There can be no greater gift than that of giving one's time and energy to help others without expecting anything in return. No one is born hating another person because of the color of his skin, or his background, or his religion. People must learn to hate, and if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love, for love comes more naturally to the human heart than its opposite. It is in your hands to create a better world for all who live in it. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. Do not judge me by my success. Judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again. It only seems impossible until it's done. Fools multiply when wise men are silent. Education is the great engine of personal development. It is through education that the daughter of a peasant can become a doctor, that the son of a mine worker can become the head of the mine, that a child of farm workers can become the president of a great nation. It is what we make out of what we have, not what we are given, that separates one person from another. What counts in life is not the mere fact that we have lived. It is what difference we have made to the lives of others that will determine the significance of the life we lead. Poverty is not natural, it is man-made. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. If you want the cooperation of humans around you, you must make them feel they are important, and you do that by being genuine and humble. A winner is a dreamer who never gives up. May your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears. It is not where you start, but how high you aim that matters for success. Great anger and violence can never build a nation. Like slavery and apartheid, poverty is not natural. It is man-made, and it can be overcome and eradicated by the actions of human beings. There is no future without forgiveness. The brave man is not the one who has no fears. He is the one who triumphs over his fears. Our fear is not that we are inadequate, but that we are powerful beyond measure. Everyone can rise above their circumstances and achieve success if they are dedicated to and passionate about what they do. Freedom can never be taken for granted. Each generation must safeguard it and extend it. Your parents and elders sacrificed much so that you should have freedom without suffering what they did. Use this precious right to ensure that the darkness of the past never returns. You can start changing our world for the better daily, no matter how small the action. I like friends who have independent minds because they tend to make you see problems from all angles. For to be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others. The true character of a society is revealed in how it treats its children. Blaming things on the past does not make them better. My dream would be a multicultural society, one that is diverse and where every man, woman, and child are treated equally. I dream of a world where all people of all races work together in harmony. Thinking is one of the most important weapons in dealing with problems. Overcoming poverty is not a gesture of charity. It is an act of justice. A good head and a good heart are always a formidable combination. Remember to celebrate milestones as you prepare for the road ahead. As I walked out the door toward the gate that would lead to my freedom, I knew if I didn't leave my bitterness and hatred behind, I'd still be in prison. Tread softly, breathe peacefully, laugh hysterically. If you talk to a man in a language he understands, that goes to his head. If you talk to him in his language, that goes to his heart. After climbing a great hill, one only finds that there are many more hills to climb. The past is a rich resource on which we can draw in order to make decisions for the future, but it does not dictate our choices. We should look back at the past and select what is good, and leave behind what is bad. One cannot be prepared for something while secretly believing it will not happen. As long as poverty, injustice, and gross inequality persist in our world, none of us can truly rest. A real leader uses every issue, no matter how serious and sensitive, to ensure that at the end of the debate we should emerge stronger and more united than ever before. There is nothing more dangerous than a humiliated man. When we dehumanize and demonize our opponents, we abandon the possibility of peacefully resolving our differences, and seek to justify violence against them. Learn to know yourself, to search realistically and regularly the processes of your own mind and feelings. It is always impossible until it is done. Death is something inevitable. When a man has done what he considers to be his duty to his people and his country, he can rest in peace. I believe I have made that effort, and that is, therefore, why I will sleep for the eternity. Lead from the back, and let others believe they are in front. When a man is denied the right to live the life he believes in, he has no choice but to become an outlaw. It is so easy to break down and destroy. The heroes are those who make peace and build. You mustn't compromise your principles, but you mustn't humiliate the opposition. No one is more dangerous than one who is humiliated. A leader, that is like a shepherd. He stays behind the flock, letting the most nimble go out ahead, whereupon the others follow, not realizing that all along they are being directed from behind. A good leader can engage in a debate frankly and thoroughly, knowing that at the end he and the other side must be closer, and thus emerge stronger. You don't have that idea when you are arrogant, superficial, and uninformed. Resentment is like a glass of poison that a man drinks, then he sits down and waits for his enemy to die. Forgiveness liberates the soul. It removes fear. That is why it is such a powerful weapon. One of the most difficult things is not to change society, but to change yourself. There is no easy walk to freedom anywhere. If the ANC does to you what the apartheid government did to you, then you must do to the ANC what you did to the apartheid government. Live life as though nobody is watching, and express yourself as though everyone is listening. Honor belongs to those who never forsake the truth even when things seem dark and grim, who try over and over again, who are never discouraged by insults, humiliation, and even defeat. We know what needs to be done, all that is missing is the will to do it. In judging our progress as individuals, we tend to concentrate on external factors such as one's social position, influence and popularity, wealth and standard of education. But internal factors may be even more crucial in assessing one's development as a human being. Honesty, sincerity, simplicity, humility, pure generosity, absence of vanity, readiness to serve others, qualities which are within easy reach of every soul, are the foundation of one's spiritual life. I have walked that long road to freedom. I have tried not to falter. I have made missteps along the way. But I have discovered the secret that after climbing a great hill, one only finds that there are many more hills to climb. I have taken a moment here to rest, to steal a view of the glorious vista that surrounds me, to look back on the distance I have come. But I can only rest for a moment, for with freedom come responsibilities, and I dare not linger, for my long walk is not ended. There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. It is what we make out of what we have, not what we are given, that separates one person from another.